Hello, wildlife world community. Today we are stepping into the slow and steady world of tortoises. The stories you're about to witness will fascinate and captivate you as we explore the intriguing lives of these remarkable creatures. We'll be uncovering the general characteristics and unique aspects of these gentle reptiles. There are also some fascinating facts about tortoises that you should keep in mind, so stay tuned for valuable insights as you watch this video. But before we dive into the enchanting world of tortoises, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. And be sure to turn on notifications so you're the first to catch our latest stories. Now, are you ready to embark on this slow and steady journey into the intriguing world of tortoises? Let's begin. The most brutal hyena attack in history. Are you ready to witness the savage and ruthless side of nature? Get ready for the most vicious hyena attack in history to astound you. This terrifying tale will transport you to the African savanna and demonstrate the strength of hyenas, a species dreaded for its brutal killing methods. But not even the most ardent nature aficionados could have predicted this particular onslaught. So relax, hold on tight, and be ready for a shock as we explore the terrifying incident of the most vicious hyena attack in history. But before we continue, make sure to hit the bell symbol and subscribe to the channel. Today we are going to tell you about one of the worst hyena attacks in South African history. It happened in the world-famous Kruger Park in South Africa, which is a safari with a wide variety of animals such as lions, elephants, crocodiles, hippos, and of course spotted hyenas. So Erco Jans van Rensburg, who was 15 years old, took a trip with his parents and his two brothers to Crocodile Bridge Camp in the Kruger Park in June 2016. This campground is famous for its bungalows, safari tents and camping pitches. This makes it a great place for visitors and first-time campers looking for the Big Five. While admiring the park's accommodations such as a laundromat, grocery store and liquor store. For the first 2 days of their trip, the family had the time of their lives, enjoying the beautiful views of Kruger Park and its rare animals. But they had no idea that their magnificent family vacation was about to get very scary. They were on the third night of their trip, and it was 4:30 in the morning. Everyone was sleeping soundly in their tents, and the sounds of the local animals filled the air. Then suddenly, an adult spotted hyena emerged from the bushes and headed towards the family's camp. The hyena approached Erco and his parents' tent after peacefully crossing a small area of ground. It peered under the tent and saw the family sound asleep. Hyenas are widely renowned for being opportunistic hunters who can catch prey that is considerably larger than themselves and utilize their powerful molars and premolars to rip through bone. Because they can bite with a force of up to 1050 psi, hyenas may readily break bones with a diameter of 5 millimeters. The hyena was standing in front of Erco as he was fast sleeping. He was awakened by the sound of his bones breaking when the hyena seized his face. Seeing what was happening, he was so startled that his flight or fight response was immediately activated. Erco screamed in terror and pain as the hyena began to pull him away from the tent and closer to the bush. Erco's uncle, Johan Jans van Rensburg, who was camped next to his brother's family, noticed Erco's cries for help and ran out of his camper. He was startled to see that the hyena had dragged Erco about 30 yards from his tent and was sitting on him with its mouth around his head. Erco's father jumped out of his motorhome and ran to his son in a selfless act. This frightened the hyena, which let go of Erco's head and ran into the bushes in fear. Erco was immediately rushed to the Nelspruit Mediclinic, where he received treatment until he was flown by helicopter to Mill Park Hospital, where he was scheduled for a 10-hour surgery. Doctors immediately put him in a medical coma and had to cut his windpipe so he could breathe while they worked. Doctors feared that his blood pressure would drop too low during the surgery, so they administered very little anesthesia. This meant that Erco was able to be slightly aware of what was happening during the operation. 10 hours later, around 20-30 hours on Sunday, Erco came out of the operating room. He could not speak because he still had his trachea and tubes connected. The attack damaged Erco's face and caused him to lose his left eye. He still wears a patch over the eye he lost. After this terrible attack, tourists and locals flocked to the park to find out what would be done so that something like this would not happen again. Park staff increased patrols and immediately set up traps to try to prevent another attack. In addition, a new system was put in place where park rangers would often check the camping areas to make sure hyenas did not get too close. Since then, there have been a few other occasions when hyenas have caused problems in Kruger Park, but none as serious as the one Erko and his family suffered. In response to these problems, the park now requires all campers to store their food and garbage in containers with metal bars and padlocks. This has greatly reduced the number of hyenas in the park, making it much safer for tourists and the people who live there. Erko's attack narrative serves as a disturbing reminder of just how dangerous these animals can be. You shouldn't take them lightly. Tourists and locals should constantly be mindful of their surroundings and take the necessary safety precautions when visiting a wild animal park. And with that, we must conclude today's video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. With that, take care and see you next time. Subtitles by the Amara.org community.